Yo, what's good, my boys? It's your boy Legacy here. Here to bring you guys a seventh video. Yeah, I'm gonna get right straight into it. Alright, for incoming damage feedback, we're on 2D. I'm not a big fan of 3D. I think 2D is way better. Crosshair damage feedback on off. Damage numbers on stacking. Stacking is way better than floating or both. I would just prefer to just leave it on stacking so you can see how much damage you put in. Reticle, I have it on default. Laser is on default. Enemy health bar, I would say to put it on enabled. Enemy highlight is on enabled. Weapon auto cycle on empty is on. Taking damage closes death box. Put that on off because if you put it on and you get shot, that'll take you out of the death box or the crafter. Whether you're trying to whether you're trying to swap armor, so you would want to leave that on off. Chain healing, I have it on auto. This one is preference. I just like it on auto so that my character is healing himself, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't have to like repeatedly keep hitting the button. So yeah, leave that on auto if you want. I have always sprint on. I don't want to keep having to tap my button or my L3 button to sprint. I have auto run on off. Jetpack hold. I feel like toggle is anything toggle. If you're using back buttons, I would just say leave these stuff on hold. I don't really use toggle, but again, preference. Mantle boost activation, movement ability. It's basically this. That little circle that comes in the middle of your screen. I have that on movement ability, but you can set it to whatever you want. I would say jump is also good. But right now I have it on mantle ability. Mantle boost UI, I have that on hide prompts. Interact prompt style, I have that on default. Tutorial systems, I have that on off. Button hints, I have that on off. Health and armor and health and ammo pop-ups, I have that on off. Pop-up, I have that on. Obituaries on. Mini-map rotation on. These are all preference. Arsenal, map plus HUD icons, maximum. Ping opacity. Faded off-screen portraits, I have that off. Performance displays. That's basically like when you're running, you can basically hold L2 while running, and you can hit your left D-pad button if you're on controller to view your weapon animations. So that's pretty much what that is. Where were we? Colorblind, I have that on off. Health and ammo voice lines, I have that on. All these are just basically just preference. I don't use mouse and keyboard. I'm on controller, so we're gonna go to controller. Button layout. This is preference. I have a Razer V3 Tournament Edition Pro wired. So I have like 6 extra buttons plus the back buttons. So this is just preference. Stick layout is on default. Interact reload button. I use tap to use and hold to reload. I think this is the best because if you're on a door and you want to hold the door but you don't want to accidentally open it by reloading, tap and hold to reload works really well because you can reload your gun while on a door, right? So if it's only on tap, you might accidentally open the door and get shot. So I would say to put this on tap to use, hold to reload. It's really good. I think it's one of the best. Crouch button is on hold. Aim button is on hold. Survival slot button is on off. Adaptive triggers off. Trigger dead zone off. Menu cursor whatever to your liking. That's your cursor speed right here. That's moving on the screen right now. Look sensitivity is on 4. All right. Going to the aiming stuff. Do what you feel is best for you, but for me, look sensitivity is on 4. Still pretty fast. My look sensitivity ADS is on 1, right? But as you see, if I go to, let's say, a 1 optic, where is that? Right here. It's not really on a 1, and I'll tell you why later in the video. But if you go to per optics, I have per optics off, actually. Look dead zones on none. Movement dead zone small. Inverted look off. Vibration off. I would say to take off vibration really help. Now, going back to why my ADS is on a 1. That's because if you go into ALCs and you turn that on, all of it's on 0. But there's one part that bleeds into my settings, is the per optics. ALCs, these bleed into my 4 and 1 settings, right? So you can copy this, you can try it out, and see what works for your controller, because everyone's controller is different. But this bleeds in, so you're going to want to leave this on and change all the optics and see what's best for each optic that you use. And then you're going to click off and leave this on 1. So basically, you're using 1, but 2.7 for the ALC per optics, and it bleeds through, and it really gives you great shadow. Right? Really, really great. That is some bad aim right there. That's how y'all know that my aim is real. But do what's best for you guys. Do what. Moving on to video. I'm on PC, so it's a whole bunch of extra stuff. Full screen. Depending on your monitor, you're gonna have to work around this. Brightness, preference again. Field of view, I use 104. I would say from anywhere 104 to 106 is really good for getting the full use of your aim assist. So yeah, the preference again, but I use 104. FOV ability scaling enable. This is so that this is basically so that when you're using your movement abilities, it increases your speed. I might have that wrong, but yeah. I think this is actually supposed to be on disabled. Actually, no, sorry. This is disabled. I'm tripping. This is disabled because let's say you're playing Bloodhound. I'm gonna show you why. Actually, I'm gonna put it back on. Let's say you're playing Bloodhound. When you use his ult, your skin is gonna zoom out, and you don't really want that. So you're gonna want this disabled. So when we go back on Bloodhound now, and we use his ult, it doesn't zoom out. You guys see that? It doesn't zoom out. So yeah, you're gonna want that on off. That's my apologies right there. That's a mistake. You're gonna want that on off. And my screen is black and gray. Okay, I think I found a glitch in the game. That's crazy. Alright, anyways. Sprint. View shake minimal. UI layout auto. Alright, moving on to the advanced stuff. VSync disabled. NVIDIA Reflex, I would put it on enabled plus boost, but you can also do enabled. Adaptive resolution 0. Anti-aliasing, I would say none. My settings keep resetting. I don't know why, so that's why I'm moving it as I go. I'm on a 8 VRAM PC right now, so put it to the max if your PC can handle it. Texture filtering 16 times. Ambient occlusion disabled. Everything should be disabled and low. I have this on high because I kind of want the model detail of, basically like the graphics to be higher. But this is the only thing I have on high. I would say for more better FPS, maybe lower it to put it to low or medium. Preference again. Audio, master volume 100%, output device, system default. Um, some people use original, but I like focused, to focus more on the footsteps and, movement and stuff when you're in a match. My output configurations on device default, advanced audio, put these on critical only, right? So anything that is not important in the game that is audio wise, it's not gonna shoot it out to you. So only critical only for these three. Have these two off: emote, preview sound, and sound in the background off. Dialogue is on 10%, sound effects is on 100%. Voice chat, system device, system default, open mic, preference again. So yeah, those are my settings. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. Your stuff may look different because everyone has different monitors, different PCs, different GPUs and everything. So, yeah, and I'm saying that because like your stuff may look different from mine, but everyone has different things. But yeah, I hope this helped. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.